Hi, this is Survivor and Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to create another layout, and this is a sketch. It's going to have a cutout of a big star at the side of my page. I'm going to create like a full film strip, and I will insert my pictures later inside those film strip. I'm also going to create some other little stars cutouts on my paper. I'm going to put the title, maybe a little saying here, and then some washi tape and some extra strip of paper up on the top. So let me go ahead and get started. Now, what we're going to use are these Fiskars die cutters. So I'm going to be using this one to create the smaller stars, and then this one to create my film strip. I already cut a piece of paper that measures 5 by 12, and here I'm just going to cut the windows to insert my pictures, and then I'm going to cut it down a little more. But before I do that, I'm going to be using this Christmas paper, and I'm actually almost to the end of my paper stack. So this is going to be the background, and I'm going to cut out the star out of this paper. Now let me turn it over and show you what I've done. I want to cut this star. Now I have small templates, but I do not have a big star template, and I didn't really want to turn on my Cricut to cut out the star. So what I did is I took a piece of cardstock, I folded in half, and then I cut the shape of a triangle. You can see here. And then once I cut that shape out, I went ahead and placed it, and I don't know where I put the one that I was using. Let me see if I can find it here, so I can show you the exact shape that I used. So I'm not sure where I put that one, but what I did is I folded in half. Let me cut this one a little smaller. I folded in half, and then I just traced it on my piece of paper in the back side. You can see here, and that created my star. Now I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this. Now I'm using this slice cutter that you see there. I found this on sale some time ago, and I've treated it with repositional adhesive. And I use this when I want to cut shapes out and I don't want my shapes to move. Now that ruler that I'm using right there is actually a ruler that I purchased at HSN that has like a little rubber feet. It also helps for the paper not to move when you use that ruler. But to make really sure that it's not going to move, I went ahead and put it on this treated cutting mat. So I'm ready to cut out the little star shapes, and I'm using my Fiskar template. Now it really sometimes it doesn't cut as good as I like it. The edges tend to get a little rough, so you constantly have to buy new blades for this cutter, but it's good enough. So now that I've done that, now I'm ready to cut out my frame for my pseudo film strip. And I'm sorry that I got my hair right in the way, my head right in the way. But it didn't cut all the way through, so I ended up having to use my blade, my craft blade, and my ruler to cut out the frames. So this is the film strip. Now this paper measures 5.5 by 6. So now I am going to cut down that film strip in a little bit more, but right now I'm ready to place my paper onto the background page, and I'm going to be using some glue stick. Now I decided to some of these stars I want to frame it out with some other pieces of paper. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm making sure that I put some paper behind it and also a lot of adhesive. So now I'm done with that. Now I'm ready to cut down my film strip in there. And then I want to make it like a little sleeve, so that way I can just insert my pictures when I do develop them. So that's why I backed it up with a piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to place it onto the page, like you see there. So in the moment I'm cutting out some more stars, I want to punch out some stars, and I decided I needed a cream color rather than the green, so that way it stands out on against my background paper. And I'm just trimming it out a little more. And I'm darkening the edges so that way it does stand out. And I'm going to put some foam adhesive. Now I'm looking for some washi tape, but I'm going to place the washi tape later on. I just picked the two that I want to use. So before I put it on, the washi on, I decided to put a strip of cardstock right on top. And then from the same paper pad, I cut out a slate that was part of an image from the paper. Then I'm using my Fisker Star Punch. You can purchase these at Walmart or Kmart or any place like that. And it's the small little star. So now I'm going to take everything off, and it just needed some more definition. So I decided a lot of times when I feel like my page needs something, I either stitch on the edges or I use my pen and create lines. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm creating lines. And then I wanted the star was kind of getting lost in the background, I thought. So I wanted to give it a little more definition, and I went over the star shape with my pen, and then I freehand I'm going around the stars that I cut out with my Fisker cutter earlier. So then now I'm ready to put my film strip, and I'm trying to figure out where I want it. So I decided to put it on an angle there. And I needed to put a little more adhesive on the bottom because the pocket wasn't there, just to create the pocket. Now I'm ready to put my washi tape on top, and this is not really a washi tape, it's more like a plastic tape that I found at Michael's some time ago. So that's why I wanted to put there. So here I decided to use a doily that I had left over on my background. And then I felt like it needed something there. So in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and find a little tag that says Merry Christmas. And that's what I'm going to put there. And there I found it. Well, actually, it says Warm Christmas Wishes. So here I'm ready to free write my title. And it's going to say Live in the Moments. And then I'm going to use dimensional paint, black paint, and I'm going to just scribble live in the, and then I use another paint. It's a gray paint. I'm going to write moments. Okay, so now I'm just putting stars all over, making sure that I don't touch the fresh paint. And I need a little more stars, so I'm just punching out some more. And I really like how this page came out. It's something different and unique. And that's pretty much it. No, off camera, after I kind of turned off the camera, I decided to put a little more embellishment on the bottom left, and you'll see it there on the bottom left hand side right there. I added some more washi tape and the phrase love, because I had washi tape on the top right. I just wanted to bring down on the left bottom. So I hope you like it, and thank you for watching. Bye now.